Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to another beautiful day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. The sun is setting. It has been hot, miserably hot out here. Super glad for it to be cooling off here with the sunset. So today we're going to do a little bit of ownership experience video on the TYM T254 tractor. We're also going to talk a little bit about comparing the two tractors. This kind of machine, a small subcompact tractor, about 25 horsepower versus like a 46 horsepower tractor like this Massey Ferguson. Which tractor suits your farm the best? Which tractor is going to be more capable for you? What should you drop the coin on, basically? So should you spend 8,500 bucks and get one of these, or should you spend 14, 15 grand and get one of these? Which one's going to make you the happiest, and which one's going to be the most handy around your property? Let's talk about it. Let's have a little bit of fun. And we got to do an oil change. Woo!
I ain't afraid of work. I ain't afraid of play. I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life times like this. If you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss.
All right guys, before we even get started, we're gonna be doing a service on this tractor, and I'm not gonna give you details on the entire service. Basically, it's just a quick oil change, so we'll drop the oil. It's 0.92 quarts of oil. We're gonna do a front axle oil change. There are 3 drain plugs, we'll drain that, and we're gonna do a transaxle oil change, and this is a hydrostatic tractor. Before we do any of that, we're about out of fuel, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some diesel fuel system cleaner from TYM in here, guys. This stuff keeps my diesel engines running strong. Big shout out to TYM Chevron for supporting rural content. Thanks a lot, guys. They sent me a bottle of TYM, and we're going to be putting it in every single diesel piece of equipment here on the farm. I've been trying it out over the last few months, and I have had no fuel issues whatsoever. Awesome. Thanks a lot, TYM. This is little T, the TYM T254 tractor. It's got a little Yanmar 25 horsepower diesel engine. That's right, Yanmar. Quality, guys. Super quality machine. Yanmar used to be in the big green monster tractors, so yeah. This little tractor is a 25 horsepower. The biggest question I got as a farm tractor, will it lift a bale of hay? Yes, it will lift a bale of hay. Will it lift a round bale? Yes, it will lift a round bale. My round bales are somewhere between 600 and 800 pounds. Will it lift a soaking wet, gigantic round bale over your head? You probably don't want to do that. You'll overstress this little tractor. However, I fed the cows all winter long using this machine, and I unloaded, offloaded trailers of round bales with this little machine. So it's a great little machine. It's a simple to operate machine, not like the Massey Ferguson 240. The Massey Ferguson is a geared tractor. In other words, you've got different selector levers. Here you've just got basically, I don't want to say idiot proof, but rookie proof, I would say. It's totally rookie proof. You get on here and you push one pedal like a lawnmower and it goes forward, and you push the other pedal and it goes backwards, and you got a brake on the other side. That's it. It's just like a lawnmower, really. So if the machine will lift 600 to 800 pounds, something like that, now don't quote me, you have to have it properly ballasted. In other words, you've got to have some weight in the back of this tractor. I bought this tractor with the backhoe attachment. I've got it taken off right now so that, well, I had the tiller on it before. I tilled the garden with it, so it will run a 5-foot tiller. I took the backhoe off so that I could easily service it, and the backhoe's going back on because we're going to be starting our trenching for putting in our watering system here on the farm for the cows. Now, the bucket is strong. The lift is strong. The engine is strong. The 4-wheel drive works great. This tractor has industrial type tires on it, where the Massey Ferguson has agricultural type tires. Where this tractor will go, that Massey will not go. Where this tractor will lift and unload round bales and is much more handy around the yard and around the house, that one is just a dedicated hop on and mow type tractor. Now, will this tractor run a 6-foot rotary cutter? The jury's out. I have yet to put one behind it, but I know it will run a 5-foot rotary cutter. So if you're managing anywhere from 2 to 35 acres, this is all the tractor that you'll ever need. It is a great little machine, and you can also get remotes for the front so that you can use a grapple. That's the next step in this little tractor, is getting a set of remotes for it. So let's take you around the tractor a little bit. We are at about the 50-hour mark on this machine. It's time for its first service, and serviceability, super easy. Drop some plugs, replace the oil filter and replace the oil. That's it. It's a great little tractor. What's it lacking? It's lacking because I ordered it with the backhoe attachment, and the price point is somewhere between 15 to 17,000 bucks. I don't sell tractors, so I'm not here to sell you this. I'm here to tell you what it's about. What's it lacking? It's lacking, I can't tell you what it's lacking. It's not really lacking anything other than what I ordered it with. I ordered it with the backhoe, and when I ordered it with the backhoe, it doesn't have as good of a suspension seat as I would like. So it's used for more digging power than it is for mowing power. So if I wanted to upgrade the seat and get a nice suspension seat, that would be my only complaint. So if you order this with the backhoe attachment, just know your seat's gonna be a little bit bouncy if you're going through a bouncy field. It's not a deal breaker at all. Now let's go over and look at the Massey Ferguson. We'll talk a little bit about the differences. This again is a 25 horsepower hydrostatic tractor, totally rookie proof. Push a pedal to go forward, push a pedal to go back, brake pedal to stop. I mean, it's just a perfect, great little tractor. Let's go over here and look at the Massey Ferguson 240. Price point on this and price point on that are two totally different birds, and you'll be hard pressed to find a nicer Massey Ferguson 240 than what I'm about to show you. All right guys, this is our trusty but not so crusty Massey Ferguson 240 tractor, and basically this tractor serves one purpose on the farm and one purpose only, where the TYM tractor serves many purposes. I till the garden with it, I can use it to move stuff around, I can fill up my garden beds with it. With this, all I can do is basically pull something around or mow with it, okay? I can run the tiller with it, but it's a little bit too wide for a 5-foot tiller, and it's not really powerful enough to run a 6-foot tiller, a rotary tiller. So this little tractor can get you by. However, when it comes down to it, I think you're going to be happier with a subcompact tractor with a bucket on it. So when you think about it, if you're going to be out here and you've got someone that's fairly new at tractoring, I say tractoring, if you've got someone that's fairly new at homesteading, at farming, at mowing, this thing can be absolutely overwhelming. There are so many different levers, there are so many different things that you have to think about. So in other words, when you turn this machine off, the key off, it doesn't turn off. When you, so you have to pull a kill switch on it to turn it off. When you go drive forward, you got a high, a low, and a start. It has to be in a specific place to start it. It has to be in a specific place in the transmission to start it. So it needs to be in neutral. You've got 3 gears in low, 3 gears in high, and a reverse. Now guys, I'll tell you, this thing is a lot harder to run than that TYM tractor because it's just so simple to run the TYM. The TYM does have a cruise control, so you basically mash the pedal, you lift up a little lever, it's a manual cruise control, it's not electronic. This isn't an electronic machine. However, I think a person would be much more happy with a much more capable tractor, even though we have less horsepower. So we're around 42 to 46 horsepower. Depending on where you read, I think some places rate these at like 52 horsepower. This tractor weighs probably 2,000 pounds more than the 254. Would I trust this over the 254 on a steep embankment? I'd rather have the 254. I'd rather have the 4-wheel drive tractor. Do I prefer the agricultural tires over the industrial type tires? Well, you can order the 254 with agricultural tires, but I kind of prefer the industrial type tires. They don't tear up the yard quite as bad if you're out here working around in the garden and in the yard. And that's what that little tractor's for. It's not for managing a 50-acre farm or a 100-acre farm. It's for managing anywhere from 1 acre, I guess, all the way up, or even less than 1 acre, all the way up to about 25 or 30 acres. The same goes for this tractor right here. You wouldn't want to be mowing 150 acres of pasture with a 6-foot brush hog. And that is a Tartar Farm and Ranch RC205. It's an awesome little rotary cutter. I've been enjoying getting out on this tractor and doing a little bit of mowing. So the only downside to the 254 versus this tractor is the weight and the horsepower rating. So you can't put a 6-foot cutter on a 25 horsepower machine and get into real tall grass, or you're gonna get in trouble. You are, because it bogs this thing down right here. So again, when it comes to ease of use and functionality, you guys have to make the choice as to what kind of tractor that you want. But I'll tell you, buying one of these or a similar tractor without a loader as a second machine. So if you and your wife want to get out, or you and your helper want to get out and mow together, then that's a great second machine. When it comes down to it, the first machine you should look for should have a bucket. I like the backhoe attachment also, the fact that you can take it off, use it as a regular tractor, just like this, and bolt it right back up in about 5 minutes and have a backhoe. That's really, really handy, especially on a small piece of property or a piece of property about like this, what we have out here in front of the house. So this is, what you see is probably around 30 acres, something like that. And I could easily handle all that with that little TYM tractor. So I guess you guys share your opinions. What do you think? When it comes down to it, would you be better off buying a smaller tractor with a loader or buying one of these? Or is that a best second tractor? That's why I bought it. It's a second tractor, okay? It's not a primary tractor. This would be a primary tractor for maintaining things around the farm and around here. Now, we do have 150 acres. We've got the big TYM tractor, and it's got about a 8-foot cutter on it, and we've got a batwing that we're getting ready to put behind it. So this is my get around yard tractor. If you had 3 acres to 25 acres, this is awesome. You can get a belly mower for this, so you could have a backhoe and a belly mower on that machine. You can't get a belly mower on that. That's just old school technology, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, a little bit of food for thought as to whether you'd choose a tractor with a loader, 25 horsepower, over a 46 horsepower critter like that Massey Ferguson right there. I like the Massey as a second tractor, but when it comes down to it, when you're buying your first tractor, you need to look for one with a loader. It will be much more handy and save you a ton of work in the long run. Guys, thanks a lot. I gotta pull this critter in here, start draining oil and getting busy. It's getting dark on me. Finally, it's cooling off. Thanks a lot. Pound the like button. I hope to see you back here on the Stoney Ridge Farm again next time.
Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge, bring your wife and bring your